Hi everyone, this is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is titled, Don't Be Distracted or Discouraged. While we're on this journey of life, it is very easy to get distracted, especially if you're, how it is now, it seems like everybody's attention span is just shorter and shorter. And you would think, like with the quarantine and all this other stuff, that it wouldn't be like that, but now that everything is actually opening up, a lot of times like our attention is just being thrown in every which direction. But I wanted to give you some encouragement to not get distracted. There are still goals and plans that you have in place. And I know a lot of you are like me. You want to help out everybody. You want to be there for everybody. But you possibly cannot right now. And with that, the reason why, because a lot of times we will stop everything that we're doing to help someone else. But I want to give you maybe just a little bit of insight. Some people don't really need your help or want your help. They actually want your attention. If you notice that you try to help some people out, and they never change. Not saying that anyone has to change because of us. We're not God, all of that. But we try to help out certain people. And it seems like they constantly come back with the same problem. And it's like, didn't I just tell you that like a minute ago or something like that? Because I noticed like sometimes even with my daughter it happens. I'm like, you're doing this the whole wrong way. I showed you exactly how to do it or this, that, and the third. And you know how certain people, like, I gave you clear instructions of how to get there. Even if you work in retail or stuff like that, you deal with customers. And they're like, well, where's the bathroom? It's right down there and you take a left. And I'm like, where is it again? Like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? And you could actually just show people sometimes exactly where to go and they will still be lost. And that's a lot of times people just want your attention. They just want someone to talk to. They're not really have the intentions on doing the advice or even taking the advice that you've given them. It's just the point that they just want your attention. They just want somebody to listen to their problems or something like that. And you got to be careful with that, because what will happen is you will become invested in their life or in their situation. And guess what happens? You are distracted from your goals, and now you don't have any energy for what God has called you to do. Because I know, like for me, I can get drained, like especially if you really help people and stuff like that, or just anything along those lines, or you know how it is. When I help someone, or if I'm listening to someone, like I give someone my undivided attention, I try to help them as much as I can. The problem with that is that it drains my energy. And so a lot of times people aren't pouring back into me. So then it's like now I don't have any energy for myself. I may not have energy to do the podcast or help my daughter or this, that, and the third. Why? Because I exhausted all of my energy into something else or someone else. And that's what you have to be careful of, because what ends up happening is now, like I said, you don't have any you have no energy for what God has called you to do. And you're so distracted that you can't stay on the path that you're supposed to do. So with that, I want to just give you that encouragement. Just don't get distracted trying to help out everybody else, or trying to be there for everybody else, because you still have a plan, and God still has a plan for your life, and there's still things that you have to do. Now, also, while you're on this path as well, don't get discouraged. That is much easier said than done. A lot of you may not be seeing the results that you want to see. But I want to tell you, stay on the path. Keep being prepared, because you never know how things can change. I've seen a lot of times where people, they they're working on something, but then all of a sudden God changes everything around for them. And the good thing was that they were prepared. But imagine a lot of people who weren't prepared. I know I believe I told the story before. I said, anyway, one of my favorite producers is Brian Michael Cox. And he was, he DJs sometime and all that, but he was on D Nice's Instagram one night. And D Nice was about to be done with it or whatever for the night. And he seen, I call him B Cox sometimes. So B Cox, he seen Brian Michael Cox on there. And he told everybody from his live to go to the after party, basically, which was B Cox's live. Now, the good thing about it was B Cox was already prepared. But had he not been prepared, then he wouldn't have got that opportunity, and that's where Love Zone was created on Instagram and all of that. And it has been quite lucrative, or at least it has been basically a great thing for B Cox. I cannot even think of whatever word I was about to say. But either way, it has been a great opportunity. It has led to other opportunities and everything for B Cox. Not saying that he wasn't a great producer, but it's another lane for him. And had he not been prepared, then he would have missed that opportunity. So I want to give you that encouragement as well. I know that you may not be seeing the results that you want to see right now. I understand. I've been there. But I want you to continue to be prepared. Start doing the things that don't require money. If you don't have the money right now, start researching. You have Google at your fingertips, basically. Start doing those things. If you have any questions about anything, start typing those into Google. Start getting prepared. If you need packaging for your products and stuff like that, start doing those things. Start thinking of ideas. Start writing down those ideas. Start being prepared. I understand that you don't have what you want right now. Excuse me. You're not where you want to be right now. I understand that. But do not get discouraged. Keep your dream and keep working on your dream. Work on the other aspects that you can do for free. Don't allow your mind to get stagnated or become distant, bitter, or distracted or anything, or negative, basically, where you want to give up your whole dream because as of right now, you're in a season of it not working out, or what it looks like that it's not working out. God can change your life in an instant. You're, like I said in another podcast, you're one day away. So please be prepared. Be diligent. Keep going. Don't be distracted. Don't let anyone else distract you. Some people, you just have to let them go. You have to let them go through their own situations. You have to let them learn on their own. Don't let them distract you from your dreams, your goals, or where God has you going. I wanted to give you that encouragement today. Always know that you have worth, you have value. You are worthy, worth it, and priceless. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for listening to the podcast. And until next time, bye.